Yeah, the system that got naturally halted, yeah, by the wars and the economy due to people, yeah, being killed or kidnapped. Yeah, or like whatever they were doing as a project that was large. Right. Well, that again, I got to see a civilization like this over there. Yeah, crumble economically. Yeah, slowly devour itself for survival. But they have caste system over there. What's up? Yeah, so by the time I'm walking around a space like that over my side, you get to see the effect of a war zone. Yeah, based naturally selected on the space side. While at the same time, I don't know, somewhere survival and life exists. So they're still able to project new projects on the space side. That's all why you get to see a decay. That's why it's like an extreme violence. Yeah, that lead to extreme state of psychology within a certain population. Yeah, that was a military person or group over here. Yeah, that leaves our civilians back into a society and a system. Yeah, while they continuously still engage into a war. So there is a domain of nihilism and disbelief. Yeah, into a system that try to go off and still compete for resources in the 21st century. Yeah, I guess the Western system over here. What's up? Yeah, even though a lot of people are still living paycheck to paycheck. What's up? Again, pay attention. Yeah, to the information you have right here in Vegas. Not even one of the main economic hubs of the United States. What's up? Just a transnational point that's in the land, inside the state itself by land. Yeah, with no proper ports that's connected to the ocean. Just an airport that just like domestic flights and transnational flights into the space area for events that's way to like the arena for like boxing or like basketball. Yeah, other shows that they have on the space outside. Yeah, the type of businesses that they run and launch across that space. Yeah, we had some spaces like this in Thailand, but not everywhere into a massive scale. So by the time you step out this space here, the same way that I did that walk around, you find all these homeless people on the space outside. You'll find like 50 cast people on one single corner over there try to like set up shop and go off and sell me whatever it is that they sell in the streets for like less than $1. Yeah, as a caste system, and then eventually you find some of their sons in prison doing the same rotation, and then eventually they carry that habit with them, and that's all they know how to do with them. It's like they get trained to be housemaids, you know, basic soldiers around the space, and that's all they do in rotation, right? I don't know, man. So by the time I'm recording this, what's up again? Right. So you see what I told you about a set of possible gay males that invaded my privacy, and then we intentionally go off and watch him masturbate on a camera that was hidden inside of a hotel room or like with special equipment that will go off and violate my privacy. And still be my affairs to this date over. What's up? Yeah, with the intent to go off and like cause harm to me, as if I'm the friend. Yeah, from the system itself. What's up? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what I was talking about before that group stepped into the frame. Yeah, because apparently I'm talking on my phone and I'm keeping a private diary. Yeah, so they send trolls out like that because I'm carrying luggage. I'm just in a certain way over there that's comfortable. Yeah, so I've sweatpants over here that I wanted to buy real quickly because it feels like cotton. And then because of the fact that I sleep in the hotel, I'm mostly with sandals. Yeah, so most likely I'm on the side that I power. And then eventually I just bought a jacket real quickly with a hoodie to then go off for like a walk from like the hotel down to the airport within that space. When I'm traveling for like 1 hour, I'm outside. I just want to feel nice and warm, especially in a space where there was no heaters, but it's still cool. What's up? Yeah, so by the time I'm inside that nice comfortable casual wear with that suitcase, because I travel around the space and I got money to go off and like some of be hosted inside hotels. And I work from home into my own unique strategy. What's up? Yeah, apparently the system is sending a whole bunch of like crackheads and mentally ill people to try to go off and pretend to be me, personality that they got to like take without my consent, no my knowledge within over the last 4 years illegally, off my phone and my communication, and yeah, somehow I don't know. That's my tax dollars I work with my resources. So by the time I get a terrorist over here go off and blow up himself and kill himself, I'll be like, yo, why didn't you use that resource that you put into my first year for my special project over the last 5 years? Yeah, to go off like I saved that life over there. Well, apparently now you understand what makes you a shitty ass hero that will never get his Marvel movie at all. What's up? Yeah, I said again, you're a fake that just wanted to copy and paste a format that you thought was regular norms of like a script. Of a message board that I fucking created as a kid when I was telling this other kid over here to like go fuck himself and fuck his mother. And then somewhere along the line, I told him that I was like 10-year-old. Yeah, I hentai his mom on the space. I thought, then I left it on message board, and eventually the scalpers that came to go off and try to resell the message board and like go off and like resell the real estate space towards like I don't know junkies from like the massage space. Yeah, then went off to like use a cheap system over here. That's way to a computer program that go off and like study for mnemonics. I don't know, study the Onyx system. Yeah, mnemonics. How like the way. Yeah, you create a mnemonic system as if like a DNA sequence. Yeah, to then go off and like map speech on the space. I don't know. I just wanted to use a mnemonic system over here. So I was like, why don't you? Yeah, I don't know. Someone you use you hook on phonics. Yeah, to then go off and like somewhat hack the phonics over here. And then be able to like somewhat automatically draw phonics, to be able to draw more phonics and then communicate back with a human being, to be able to sound like a human being and see if it sounds like an echo. Remember that speech to text stuff with it that they integrate with like the voice speech, and then also it's connected to a data center. Yeah, that they will like human cancer research and studying psychology, right? And like deep state consciousness, and then constantly is building robots around the space of human consciousness. Right, I don't know, man. So someone where did phonics on the space, it copies and replicates a whole bunch of shit that's like dumb as all. So that the people put in sequence that sound like human speech, or even teams that sound like fun to play, or as a character itself, and then eventually it goes off and spits it back out into a better form, a better version that's somewhat compatible. Yeah, that's based off the new input that children are putting over the cyberspace here. Yeah, so if I create a lingo, like a random word that's like savoir, and then eventually I go off and I say that as an adult with a child avatar. Coincidentally, I'm gonna have all these trends current age where I'm going to modify the entire text of that script that I posted 20 years ago. That then makes it back as a team, as a trend, of like culture. Yeah, that goes off on like somewhat. I don't know. We shaped the entire dumb script that I wrote as a child here, discussing why is it that I don't know, homeless people. Yeah, I don't know, should be done this or this or that. That's just an example. What's up? For those people that will go on for claim that homeless people should be killed. Yeah, I don't know how the hell an adult cannot use common sense. Yeah, to go off and like see somebody that's trolling over the cyberspace or generate content that's like random intentionally. Yeah, as a psychology, and go like closing his eye, go like, and that's the freaking monster that you lost to. Just because of the fact that you didn't have I don't know, man. One of us has common sense to be chosen to like not fall for that fucking system because it's dumb. Thank you for the rules of the internet over here, like a whole bunch of sages on the side. Yeah, that at least put references for me. Yeah, as a kid to go off and study off to like know what stupidity is and degeneration versus like the other adults. I said I can't feel sorry for them. What's up? That's natural selection that happened. So they all dead. Yeah, due to the higher mind over here that use that bootleg system over here to then go off and like fish vulnerable people inside the society that didn't have an intellect that was high enough to go off and like detect degeneration. Yeah, and not be trolled, to be controlled by the mission. Yeah, that's stupid as all. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, I was like, imagine the dumbest fucking person on earth. I was like, yeah, that could yeah, that could have been a baby monkey over here that's doing meth or bath salts. Yeah, that has a mental disability or something like that. Yeah, that just goes like blah, I rarely smash his keyboard, and then he write the word fuck all, I don't know, people. By coincidence, that as a type white monkey over here, what's up? And then just like that, the AI picks it up that they built, I don't know, 10 years later, and then eventually regurgitate that freaking thing that he wrote over that message board as a child with a mental disability while he was high on meth or bath salt. Yeah. and then go like, sit and talk to me, and then with you, I don't know, that lame ass doodle here that missed the entire trend when he was a kid to go off and work with machine system, play freaking video games. Yeah, goes off and he picks it up, and then all of a sudden he thinks he's cool with it. He goes back to the playground playing with kids. I'll be like, yeah, kid, I got the mic over here. Yeah, I say, not even go off, and not even like Ronald McDonald, nothing like that. I was like, yeah, just I was like, oh my god. By the time I was like, yo, don't talk to me, get away from me, you fucking lame. Go play with these kids. Yeah, that mentally degenerate computer program over here that goes off and write English grammar and texts for scripts. Yeah, that are not even funny. I said it's not even comedy Def Jam level funny. I said, yeah, that's where it's like good comedy on the space. Why do you think I got a good sense of humor? Black family, yeah, from different. Yeah, I got a black family myself. Yeah, so they hook me down with like real sense of comedy. That's where it's a real sense of warmth, not something that's fake. When you go like, and then you have to wait for somebody to give you a marker. Yeah, that's why it's like, this is where you laugh, haha. You hear the other people laugh, so you're supposed to go like, haha, because he made a joke, because you were just too dumb to not pick up the reference or like the events words that you use. Yeah, that I don't know. That's based off old English dictionary that makes it back into an old French dictionary that makes it back into a new French dictionary that makes it back into a British dictionary that makes it back into an Italian dictionary that makes it back into this word that morph over this crap over here, and all of a sudden it's just out of a dictionary somewhere. Yeah, for a few freaking grammar Nazis over here to go off and like continuously abuse over time. What's up? So by the time they came at me with these stupid things over here, I was like, yo, zip, 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 zip. This is my business card. Yeah, my skill, my talent over here. What's up? You see that? 1 million functions generated with new methodology. Yeah, and there's less than 1 minute. Yeah, to be able to somewhat finally control energy on the middle scale. Yeah, on a certain sequence of like more than 5 million calculations per second. That's cool, right? I know back then you were not able to do that because of the fact that you were limiting your computer's power and resources. Yeah, I don't know. Do I feel like a zombie? I'm all around the space, and I'll try to figure out. Nah, I'm not doing. I don't know. That's how you try to ask question. Yeah, because I'm trying to look for spots to hang out on the city where I've been hanging out on, especially within the municipality. So that's like me over there scouting out a park where I go off and chill for the day for like 6 hours or more. Yeah, to then go off and do a sketch and like eat food and then go off somewhere, relax, and then go off to like my apartment as if I was a Savoy lounge music teacher or like art teacher around the space area. Yeah, I'm down here like an airhead, observing nature and letting my hair flow. Yeah, go off and calculate things like, yeah, and then it's just somehow you catch me up there on my condo over here doing paintings. Right, so I try to figure out, which spots are like spots to chills. That's cool. Well, I don't get bothered by like whatever the fuck that shit is. Yeah.